And so this year we're expanding, and John and I are creating a new business that we've totally taken from, a smaller business to hiring a team that works with us of over 20 people, working over 500 hours a week that are, helping us to build a seven-figure online platform for $1 million brand image, so that we can give our entrepreneurs and executives that have been very successful. Like, I've had a very, very successful career and life and family, and all of these things are amazing. However, what I found was now having a toddler, I need to have a tremendous amount of time available for him because I love being a stay-at-home mom. And when I go back to work, I want to be able to have all my time and energy to spend 5, 6, 7 days a week with him. Even though we get a lot of help with his care, this week he did some of his first words. He said, it's Arizona, so it's very hot, and so he was drinking water, and he goes, "Are you to hydrate?" And he's like 2, and then so like he'll watch TV or something, and he'll go, "Very impressive," or he put on his first big sunglasses, and these are things he learned how to climb, stairs this week, and so and he just learned how to, go down slides, and so it's kind of like these moments of his first everything are so important for me to experience and enjoy and spend that time with him, and to capture every as much as I could. I'm trying to capture it on video. But before I go on and on and on about how much I love being a billionaire mommy, and what that's about is a billionaire's consciousness is very, very, or mindset. Consciousness is like more incorporating the soul, our spirit, our dream, our life. It's like this big word, but really what it is our mindset. It's how we think about things and how we feel about things. So Billionaire Mommy is really about bringing in a place for the moms and for the dads too, but it is really about my dream to spend the next 20, 30, 40, 50 years of his life being a full-time mom, being there for him and helping him to achieve everything he wants, from his first kiss to his first girlfriend to being in college. I mean, I'm really planning my schedule around his schedule. And so what I really, in order for that to happen, we can't just quit our careers, quit our jobs, because, we live in a real world. We have employees, we have, customers, we have clients, we have our personal financial responsibilities, we have mortgages, we have all of these things, and then we have to maintain our inner light and our outer light. We have to maintain our physical strength, our inner beauty. We have so much to manage as a human being that, it's not so hard for one area of our life, for example, our relationship, or our health, or our wealth, or our career. Like, when I was sick and I was in the hospital for, a while, over 20 days actually, I couldn't work, and there was, and so our income and our life took a big hit, and it was very painful. But now that I'm better and I'm coming back out and I'm really putting my heart out there to get back to work, I'm still having to balance so much. But it's not half as overwhelming or half as challenging. And what I've had to do is collapse time frames. So a billionaire's mindset really is all about, oh, right, that's what it was. How to have a seven-figure, highly leveraged online platform for $1 million brand. And what that means is highly leveraged is a billionaire's mindset. It means that now that I have, John and I have so many responsibilities with the baby, it's 40, 50, 60, 70 hours a week taking care of him, and all the things that we need to do because he's not in school yet. It's that in-between stage, where they're between sort of babyish, sort of toddler, but they're not really really little boy yet. And that's a critical stage because at that stage, they require so much learning and development. And they're learning their first words. They're learning how to communicate. There's like a million things that they need. And it's a critical time. And for me to just put them in daycare or to put him in daycare and then trust that that's happening, I don't mind putting him in a daycare for a half a day or a few hours so he has socialization skills and things like that. But the truth is to just have him not be part of what I would like to see him grow up with, which is, the things that makes him happy. He likes to, run around and do silly things. He likes puppies and he likes to play ball. And these are things that as we move into parenthood, and we move into bigger businesses, and it may not be your baby. Your baby might be your business. It might be the people that you are responsible for in your life. In my world, I have a tremendous amount of joy and happiness working with, parents, moms and dads, or busy executives that have a tremendous amount of responsibility. That's my ideal person that I love to work with because they are already doing as much as I'm doing in my life, or they're responsible for so much in their life that there's so much stress and pressure and tension and hardship. And I like to be that person that would serve you in that, in that hardship, in that tension, in that stress. I'd like to be that person that opens the door for you to have a meaningful, wealthy lifestyle, a meaningful existence, to be able to connect with your heart and your soul and the things that matter most to you. Because, when we're in our 20s, it's kind of like, we have a lot of time. 30s is like, whatever. We're figuring things out. But in our 40s, there's a freak out that happens. It's like, holy crap, call it midlife crisis, call it, I don't know, menopause, call it whatever you want. When we start to get into our 40s and our 50s, like me, you start to look at life a lot differently. The responsibilities change. You start to think, well, there's only X number of years before my retirement. So our savings and our plans, especially with Social Security, where it's at and the struggles there, if we want to have a meaningful, happy, amazing lifestyle and maintain the quality of life that we've had, we're not going to be able to do that on our Social Security income. So we have to have financial planning. We have to be wise. And so this video is just kind of talking a little bit about me, and I'm looking forward to doing a live teleseminar or a live Facebook Live or something where you can just come. I'd love to invite you to just come there with all of your, I'm going to be honest, only the business and finance questions, personal questions, emotional questions. I must say that I'm one of those people, I admit it, that, I work with a therapist. They're really good at what they do. I'm emotional by nature. I'm very social. I'm very open. I'm very honest. I'm usually very bubbly, very happy-go-lucky. And then when I have to deal with a lot of difficult or challenging emotion, like people that are similar to me, we kind of like, like minds attract, but we kind of butt heads. I prefer to work with like very methodical, engineers and accountants and lawyers and doctors and professions that are very high pressured and high stress, because before I had my own firm, I was working for, PricewaterhouseCoopers or Citibank Corporate Financial Control, and I was able to serve the best in the world, and so their blessings and a little bit of that greatness became me, and I have a tremendous joy in being able to take away a lot of that stress and pressure. So can you imagine like your life? You wake up, you have a family, you have a job, you have all these responsibilities. But what happens if you don't go to work for 5 days in a row? What happens to your life and your financial life? I mean, it would become a disaster. So instead of that happening, or what happens if you get sick and you wind up in the hospital and then your medical insurance is not covering that? Or what happens if there's a unplanned expenses. So with my experience as an accountant over 20 years, I just want to put my heart and soul out there and just let you know that this video really is to let you know who I am, how to reach me. My name is Indira Eastman. You can go to billionairemommy.com for my contact information, and then just come onto the live training that I'm doing and bring all of your business questions and pain points. I'll be happy from A to Z to answer anything, any questions that you have that I can help you with. And I just want to say thank you so much for giving me the opportunity to serve and showing you how, in your business, you can go from small business to big business. Maybe it means we help you to identify the critical functions and roles that you need to replace to hire the employees that will be best for you. If you don't have the capital or the money to hire those employees, then we can come up with a strategy on how you can get more customers or grow your clientele base or whatever it is that you need to do to grow your income. As a business coach with over 25, 30 years of experience, I've been able to invest in over $1 million of training. I know that's a lot, and and that does include my education and my college, my college degree. But the thing that it doesn't express or explain is that I spent, years and years and years and years on the road. I mean, 40, 50-hour conferences with the world's best, everything from coaching, consulting, finance, internet marketing, whatever it is. And so my knowledge base is tremendous. And my slogan is very simple. Take that knowledge that I'm going to give you and put it into action. And then maybe you and your family could have an amazing, for me, wealth is like simple things. It's like the sun and the moon and the stars and a decent place to live and a good car and a really good smartphone, communication, transportation, the basic things in a beautiful, and I'm blessed to be able to live in a beautiful area and have tremendous beauty around me. But the thing for me is wealth is not necessarily a multi-million-dollar mansion or having a Lambo. It's not the display of external wealth, even though sometimes I enjoy getting my car and, I don't know, maybe I'll get in trouble for this, but jumping up and down and getting, having a whole lot of fun with the wind and, in my hair and the sun. But it's kind of like the thing that makes me happy. So that has a lot of meaning for me. The question is, what has meaning for you? So a meaningful, wealthy lifestyle is not necessarily racking up a ton of cash and having $1 billion. It might mean having like I have, $1 billion smile, so that you bring like tremendous positive energy and, to make our world a better place and to make a difference and to make an impact may not be that you have to make a ton of money and donate to charity. It may not mean that you have to, burn out at work or whatever, make a ton of money for your family. Maybe what they're looking for is the most valuable and the most precious resource that I talk about in my international best-selling book, Cosmic Accounting, Stage 2 and Sacred Messages of Numbers. When you look at, sacred life lessons, the life lessons we have to learn, we all have X number of days. I always say, as an accountant, everything is measurable in my world, in stats. And, a billionaire's consciousness is really understanding the law of numbers and understanding, like the 80-20 rule. Like 80% of our customers will be maybe not buyers, but the 20% might be interested. There's 2% of that 20% that will do anything you ask them to do or buy anything you ask them to do. They're because they're your raving fans, The law of averages and the law of numbers, if you're struggling in your business for getting, cash flow going, you may not have a large enough personal economy or a business economy. You may not be in the right market. So you might have maybe 10, 15, 20 customers. What my blessing is that I've always had 300 to 500, 1,000, a few thousand people in my personal economy that I provide a tremendous amount of value and services for. And so, not everybody has to feel pressure that I need to make a sale and I need money. And that's the pressure that a small business owner really faces, is how am I going to cover my overhead? Well, then we can create a system for you that leverages your knowledge or your time or your expertise and duplicate you. And it doesn't have to be an online platform. You could just have someone that can do a really, really good job. Have your, it's like the old days, a mentor and a teacher and a disciple, or having an apprenticeship where you invest some time and energy in another human being whose 10x activity or whose passion it is to do what you're doing. They absolutely love it, because if you're working and hiring, working with or hiring people, or you're around people that it's not their 10x activity, like if you're hiring a person that loves technology and a technician and like their own space and they're quiet and they like to work in their own minds, and you ask them to do promotion for your business, chances are they're going to sabotage everything. So we have to match personality with talent. We have to match their dreams, their passion. What is it that person really loves to do? So you can motivate your employees, motivate your people, motivate your company to, like my clients, they reach like world's fastest fiber optics, or they get $100 million contracts, or they're always the world's best. And we're leaders in the world for that reason, because the average normal person is just getting by. They're just trying to get by to pay their bills, and 9 to 5, and it's blah blah blah. And to me, that's a mental illness in the financial industry, and we need to change that, because the statistics, unfortunately, why I decided to create this leverage model and help so many people, because it's very sad to me that one of our new customers coming on board is a nurse, and he talks to me. We talk about, his name is Kenny Wynn, and and I'd love to share his videos coming up, and he talks to me about what he sees in as a nurse in the ER, and every day there's over 2,000 people that are my age. They're in their 40s, these moms and dads that are not going to go home to their babies ever again, because the statistics say between 9 and 10 a.m. usually on weekdays is when the heart just gives up. Our hearts are an organ of truth, and they're just going to have a heart attack and never show up for those children again. And because my mom died when I was 6 years old, and I have suffered a tremendous amount of mental and emotional suffering, because I've missed her, and in those critical years of my development, she wasn't there. But I can't bring my mom back. I can't save my mom, but maybe I can I can have that Billionaire Mommy mindset, where I can take my Billionaire mindset, being trained at the world's best accounting firm, number one in the world, PricewaterhouseCoopers, and the type of knowledge and experts and business advice that I've been, blessed to have. I'm in a position in my life where, I just really want to see not just me with my baby, but other moms and dads have that opportunity as well, that, maybe daycare is a better option, or maybe preschool or schools, or whatever the children need. But as parents, as business owners, or as executives, or as employers, or whatever our role is, when we're in that position of leadership as CFO, or what, we're responsible for our people. We're responsible for their successes. We have to come up with systems for them to be able to have the best life and the best time with their families, so that their productivity goes up, so that our companies are successful, so that our dreams are realized, and so that we have a meaningful, wealthy lifestyle, a meaningful, healthy lifestyle, a meaningful, successful lifestyle. And, that's not something that we just wake up and like, oh yeah, we have it. No, it's something that I have been developing the IP for over 20 to 25 years. In personal development, in which I've done a ton with, like, the world's best, like Bob Circosta and Tony Robbins, and, Mike and Pam Koenigs, and Christian Michelson, and Lisa Sasevich, and Eben Pagan, and these are all, really, 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 really successful people, and successful, amazing. And if I didn't mention like 500 others, please forgive me, because there's so many to name for my success that I can't possibly just sit here and, name all of you. And I would love to be that person that steps into our industry, if you will, personal development, and move it to a level, a few levels higher. Bring where I always say cream rises to the top, la creme de la creme, Let's bring this personal development, the coaching, the business consulting industry. When I joined the industry, I think about 3 to 5 years ago in this arena, moving from accountant, full-time executive accountant, to being a consultant and a coach, what I noticed was all three industries, the consulting industry, the coaching industry, personal development, and a lot of the other industries hit the $1 billion mark. And that's why I said Billionaire Mommy, because the industry that I would like to see created now, to create more jobs, more opportunity for our college kids that are graduating. We'd like to see more cash in society flowing. How do we do that? Well, when we get into this new, highly leveraged model of a business, when our times are freed up, we're able to create opportunities, create businesses, create systems, create more jobs. We're able to, if every small business today that's watching this video decided to hire one person, just one person, even if they didn't donate to charity at 10%, even if it was 1% to a social cause. And I don't mean because you want good promotion. In my world, goodwill is goodwill. It's not BS goodwill to look good. If we look good, thank you, God. That's different. What I'm saying is because that's $1 million brand, something we can leverage. You don't always have to look, prim and proper and perfect. There are brands like Frank Kern where, he's a scruffy guy, but he does so well. Thanks, Frank, for helping me to learn conversions. Sometimes changing a little header. There's so much that I have to share. I don't want to go on a rant and on, but I do want to be that person that you can turn to with your questions, your concerns, anything that is in a business environment that you would like to know more about. Please go to billionairemommy.com and you can check out the webinar that's free on there. You can just kind of look at, the top of billionairemommy.com. There's a webinar. You'd have to enter your name and email to be able to get all of my videos and the fall, maybe the ebook and things like that. You can go on there and get a free copy of Cosmic Accounting. You can be part of my email list, and I'd be happy to keep you posted as I keep sending out more videos. And really, to be part of my email list, I'd like you to tell me, feedback. Tell me what you want to see more of. What is most important to you? What is meaningful to you? And I'm looking forward to really getting to know you, connecting with you, and seeing how I can serve and help. I hope you have a phenomenal, amazing, wonderful day, and I can't wait to connect with you again. Thanks so much.